guys, so going to unbox the Titan wall chaser. I'm going to chase all the walls out with this, and hopefully to put some really good blades in here. I like that it has a nice case. Well, it looks like a nice case so far. But yeah, lot to do with this. I'm going to try and hook it up to the Titan Hoover. So I'm hoping, because I bought the same things, that they'll both hook up together really nicely. Do know the Hoover has like a wee rubber adapter to it, so I just need to screw the box open with a nice sharp screw. But I'll try not to destroy the box too much in case this thing doesn't work. I imagine it will work. I'll just destroy the box anyway, but I imagine it will work really good. So let's see. Hopefully there's no real setting up to this thing. My setup is that way. There's the instructions. Hopefully. How do you get that out? Oh, okay. Hopefully this fits my grinder, because I seem to have lost it. Look at that thing there, guys. We chisel, is it? Not sure what that is. Yeah. Hopefully there's not too much setting up. I was hoping there was another adapter in here for the suction thing. There's the whole reason I got these two, to hopefully it hooks up to the Hoover I got, and saves my lungs a wee bit. I will put on a dust mask if I can find one, and I will give this a test out, guys. There's the blades there. Give it a wee look. So that's the details of them blades. Again, probably way more than that. So it's just a matter of me getting a handle on it, really, which will be just screwing in bog standard usual itself, right-handed tool. Well, that screws in a left. Unless you're standing here, it's righty tighty, I suppose. So that's that part set up. Now I just need to figure out how to get the blades in. But I'll just crack them in. If it's easy, I'll show you hard. If it's hard, you'll probably have to read the instructions. Right, so it doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult to sort the blades out. Maybe be able to put a third blade in this. So if this does fit my grinder, I'll be able to do it. But basically it's just behind that wee flap there. And you put that in. I did have to look in the instructions there just to see how to get them blades out, because it did look under that black thing. But there's a locking button on the other side, that yellow one. Sorry, this is very awkward. You push that in, and then you'll use, I can't do it with two hands, I have no videographer here today holding video, no video cameraman. So you just hold that button, lock it, and you can open up them wee spinner things, and then put the blades in. So it should be fun. Well, one thing I want to say is it's a bit of a bad saying, like, you can't even take that off, and that's still in the way. I don't really want to take them off, because they're things that get lost when you take them off. But like when you go to turn that, you're hitting them. So it might have been better thought of by Titan, that one. Possibly. Something. So all set up, and sort of worked out my width there. Probably could have put another blade in, but the wee thing didn't actually fit my grinder, so I couldn't get that other blade out, which that blade would cut through concrete like absolute butter. But anyway, also set my depth. Maybe, no, that's okay. Gives me a wee bit of play if there's any jaggy bits at the back. But I'm gonna get this plugged in and see how I get on. Hopefully it's nice and easy. hopefully it works. Hopefully the dust extractor hooks up really good as well to the Titan. I'll show you that there shortly. Guys, that's the chaser all hooked up, and give it a wee quick test there, and it worked. But I'm gonna hook it up in this room here, just show you how to set up a bit of a laser line there, and I'm gonna give it a test run here, and that's where my light switches have to be, and that's where the sockets have to be. I've just given myself a bit of a guide, don't know what's coming up, a bit of a chalk line to follow with the chaser, and I'll give this a wee dig here on camera with everything hooked up and see how we get on. Got everything hooked up here. I'm gonna give it a go, see how we get on. So that was, yeah, it was a bit sore on the arms to be honest, but it did cut well for its first go. I'll try and knock a wee bit of that out and see how we get on. I'm not sure that's just going to be, well, probably is perfect just for the pipes, but I can tell you I didn't put a mask on there and no dust. And I'll just show you as well. I'm not sure it should be doing that, but it's not warm or anything. The chaser's plugged in to the power. Once I turn this on, the hoover goes. I'll just show you. So, and then when I stop using it, it cuts out. So, seems like a pretty good setup. Didn't know it worked just that way. But yeah, I'll give this another cut. I'll probably just on video here, I'll try and knock that out a wee bit and see how clean it is in behind and how the conduit may fit in nicely. And there's going to be more videos of me using this tool, how I get on. I might go and get some better blades. Not sure them blades are the best. So I know if I could get that blade off that other one, it just cuts through these things like butter. But yeah, it is what it is. Or if there's any companies there want to quickly send out blades before I do have this all tracked, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, so far so good. With the wall chaser, if anybody wants to know any more questions in the future, just hit me up and you'll get my opinions on it and how it lasted this job, blah blah blah. But gonna love yous and leave yous for now. Thanks for watching, and there's lots more videos for you to watch. And again, if this chaser's good, you're gonna see it time and time again. There's one fully chased straight up, bar can't get past the timbers by a wee bit. But yeah, fully chased out, and did a wee bit of digging there with a Kango, and I brought over just some hand tools because I want to give it a wee check with the hand tools and just see how easy it is just to, oh look at that, just to take it out and see if the pipe fits in. So it's definitely chasing them good enough. So I probably could just break the most of it like that, so I'm not hammering with the Kango too much. And then just clean out them high bits. Well, that's it. Kind of thinking that's what the other chisel's meant to do, but I think it's a wee bit too fat, really, to do it. A bit too girthy. But here we are. Not bad at all. Don't know if you're picking this up or not, like, but it's coming off pretty good. No, don't have to do too much hammering. So obviously the odd wee bits there will need a wee bit more persuading, but all in all, it's pretty clean so far. Might even be slightly too deep. Might be able to reduce the chaser a wee bit, and then that'll be a wee bit kinder, pushing it up the wall as well. But as you can see here, there's a bit of a pipe, and fits in perfect. It's absolutely flush with the wall. So it is actually a wee bit in behind in most places there. And let's see with the box. Again, this is just a test, guys. Just stuff the ear defenders in because the noise is kind of annoying me. And there's the box. Don't mind if the boxes sit out a wee bit proud. It gives us something to float to, something to catch the edge of and clean later on easier. But yeah, I think it's going to be a doddle. It's not really going to be a doddle, guys. With the right tools, it's going to be easier. But that is a bit of a workout, pushing it up the wall. Did find if you force it, it doesn't cut as good, but if you kind of just hold the weight of the machine, because it's digging in, it's kind of almost pulling itself up the wall. But yeah, all in all, first track done, and happy enough. So let's just keep going at this. Also, if you were wondering, I have, to get my measurements, I did set up the wee, that's a metal desk there, so I just set up the laser level to get, let's see, where am I? If I get the right setting here, that's it there. So I did set up the horizontal of the, basically floor height is the bottom of the door frame, as you can see. I didn't use the laser level for cutting these. I just used the level and chopped it, as you can see over that end, possibly. But yeah, and then I measured up off of them to get my proper marks. Trying to keep these as neat as possible, as they'll be screwed in tight anyway, and then when they're plastered down, they ain't going anywhere. And if I do go too deep, I can always cement in behind them, squish them in as well, or use a bit of bolting on the inside walls anyway. I'll probably not do that with the outside walls. But yeah, I'm going to keep cracking on, guys, and so far there's no dust. Hopefully that continues. Absolutely no dust coming off the vacuum and the suction thing, and it's working pretty good. Some wind coming in. I'll have to close this door. But yeah, just keep going here. Try and get a room or two done every odd day or evening or whatever. Just a couple of tracks, and fun. Here we go, guys. We quick look. The first track and box done. It's funny, I was just a bit of scrap pipe laying about, but it actually just works in perfect for there. But I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to keep that pipe, and that just allows me to be able to gauge my depth, make sure I've cut it right, make sure I've got the boxes all nice. But as you can see, everything lines up pretty well there. And like I say, I don't mind them boxes sitting out, 5-10 mil. It's perfect. The next dead walls might go a wee bit, try and get them in a wee bit deeper so I don't have to, if the wall is actually straight, I don't need to go just so deep with it, because with the render, just because it simply won't need to. But the next them frame walls, you can see put a straight edge on there, and I've still got plenty of clearance between for plaster. but again, there's still a nice wee catch there just to catch the edges and give the plaster something to grip to, help on the box, blah blah blah. But yeah, there's one, and it's really starting to feel like a house now. Once this first fix started there, it's a really good feeling, guys. It's coming in, and everything sort of from here on is mostly me. Do quite a lot now myself, so that's the feeling I want. Obviously the whole outside now, all the windows and doors are all complete. The whole outside can be done as well, and I have no more excuses now. So just really need to get the outside rendered as well. But just absolutely mountains of work to be done. No rush because don't have any more money really to keep doing big massive stages. So can sort of get this first fix electric and plumbing maybe done here, and then I can start saving up and get installations and stuff done and put in, and boarding and flooring and plastering then can be done. But yeah, still quite a lot of stages before the plastering. But I'm going to keep on going here. I might give you a wee watch here on this here track getting cut. If that window doesn't foul the light coming in too much, set it here or something. Get a wee look at that. But if I don't, I'll show you the before and after that one. Kind of let you know how long it took me. Probably way too long. But yeah, the brilliant thing about them lasers as well is they're magnetic, so you can sort of put a saw anywhere you want and measure off it. But you don't really need to, because you just need one line and then you measure up, off, mark, cut, chisel. It's done. It's actually that's the real easy part here. You don't need that much thinking. Whereas working out the wiring and stuff, there was quite a lot of thinking in that, and it helped me do that. I didn't realize it was just so complicated, but obviously the longer the circuit, the thicker the wire needs to become to carry the current. There's quite a lot of thinking to the electrics, and that's why them guys are worth every penny. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing all this donkey work as much as possible. But yeah, just enjoying it here now.
Echoes in eternity. Aww.